Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Welcome, race fans. Tonight, the JWRES J&K lift. Why it says life, I don't know. But it's supposed to be the lift service. Season 1, round number 1 here at Daytona. Presented to you all by Maxspeedtv. How is everybody doing out there here tonight? Of course, we are back in action here. So glad to see everybody out there. Everett Baker already in chat. We've got about 7 on the Maxspeedtv YouTube. We've got 1 on the Maxspeedtv Facebook page. And then, of course, we are also streaming live on the Josh White Racing Esports Facebook page. So we do have 3 live channels going at one time. All thanks to, of course, Josh White himself. But a big, huge shout out to, of course, J&K Lift Service here, established in 2024, for coming on board and sponsoring this season of the JWRES truck series. So big shout out to J&K again. They got a good turnout here in the lobby tonight, coming down to the final 3.5 minutes left. It looks like we've got about 19 drivers here as well. So should be a fun, interesting race, to say the least. Right now, Raymond Hanneman out there. Of course, I'll probably end up calling him Handyman here tonight at some point. So Raymond Hanneman right now up the top spot here in practice with Josh Mayu. Everybody should know that name. He is in a P2 spot. Tony Blake Brewer. Try to say that name 5 times fast. It definitely get tongue-tied there. He is sitting in third here in practice. Getting back down here onto the track, though, we do have Brendan Carroll, Natasha Tanner. Got also some images of drivers' faces out there, too. So everybody that was that has put in their driver bar images, and I've totally forgot to put that off of there. So sitting there talking through these drivers. Guess what? The sponsor image is still up there. So but 2 minutes left remaining. Now they are it'll be 100 laps here tonight, 250 miles in total. Track temp 71, air temp of 70, a little bit of a wind out there at about 60 miles per hour. Unlimited tires, 100% fuel. And now pit road, of course. Pit road is a dangerous spot. Nevertheless, got to be careful in and off of pit road. It'll be open qualifying. Teams of 4, so 4 trucks max out there on the track. And it looks like right now we do have 4 drivers right here together. 7 looks like the 77, the 7. Boy, this is gonna get confusing. 07, 7, 77, 70. All right, here together out on the track. And looks like Michael Bennett by himself. Raymond Bell. Big shout out to Mr. Bell out there. J&K Lift Service got the banner. Everybody should have the banner on their windshield. If not, well, I'm sure they'll get it fixed before next week. Thursday and Saturday, folks, their first race here at Daytona tonight in the trucks, and then of course Saturday the big Daytona 500. So make sure you all stay tuned for that. And it looks like the Everett out there digging the matching tanks. Yeah, definitely so. Here we go. Practice is over. Gonna get down here to the checkered flag and into qualifying. Of course, established in 2024, J&K Lift Service knows how to fix it. From your forklifts to elevators to any of the hydraulic type systems and even automobiles, they will get you back up and running in no time. Call 678-381-6521 for more information. Qualifying to get underway here. It looks like Josh White, Eric Sheffield, Natasha, Michael Bennett, Tanner, Raymond. Seeing some drivers get ready to get in line. Remember, only 4 to pack. Let's go ahead and get that off of here. We'll pull the qual times up here for everybody to take a look at. And we'll try to get the pole sitter. I'll get it right in a minute. It's been a while, folks. It's been a while. Try to get the pole sitter up here to for his for their interview once we are done with qualifying. There is Raymond Bell. Looks like the 83. Do I have an 83? Do not have an 80. I don't know who that is. Looks like we got some number hiccups here. There is a Raymond Hanneman. Supposed to be in the 9, but I believe that is a Raymond in the 83, and then the 19 of Michael Bennett right behind him. So we've got 3 trucks right here together. Brendan Carroll. Looks like we've got Brendan Carroll in the 7. 71 of Stoney Benefield. And then the 77 of Natasha O'Doyne? Bowden? Sorry, Natasha. Definitely gonna butcher some names out here tonight, no doubt about it. There we go. It looks like we've got one watching now on the Josh White Racing Esports Facebook. We'll keep an eye on qualifying though, but glad to see, of course, everybody out here. Good turnout. Not only on the track, but of course in chat here too. White right now in the top spot. We'll take a look at some of these paints here too. It looks like Eric Sheffield right up ahead of him in the Marine FIFO machine. We are not gonna say what FAFO stands for. Just use your imagination and you'll figure it out. That's all we're gonna say. But it looks like he is in a Marine style. Yeah, that's exactly what he's in. It's like the 70 of Josh Ryder. The 07 has caught up to the back. Or is that the 87? Oh, that's the 07 of Stephen Hayes. Caught up to the back end of these guys. Josh May, you have known Josh for a very, very long time, and for some reason his face image is not showing up there. I'll have to look into that after the fact, but he is in the Cash App 61 machine. It's like Tony Blake Brewer right up ahead of you. Coming down to the 5.5 minute mark here. Michael Brooks 14. It looks like we do have. Well, we're going to have 3 cars on the ends, or 3 trucks on the inside, 2 on the outside. A little bit of wobbling going on. Now we're going to have, looks like Kentucky Fried Chicken leading the way here. That's the 33 of Josh. I'm not even going to attempt it. Schoen Bachler. Sorry, John. That's John. John. If I butchered your name, John, I'm sorry, but he is in the he is in the KFC truck. Fourth of July weekend. Have everybody getting ready to go see some fireworks, but me, I'm really not into that. But I know a lot of people aren't. They got either rather be either calling some racing, doing some fishing, or staying home with my girlfriend. One of the three. All right, Raymond Bell, Brennan Carroll though leading the way right now. Down to the 3.5 minute mark here. 21 drivers. Like Waylon Nelson and Alex Ball have yet to come out. Definitely be an interesting race. Out. In the shoulder by Cat. Cat's claws hurt. 3 trucks together right there, and then 3 trucks together right behind, right up ahead of Raymond Bell and Company. Yeah, the 83/9 truck of Raymond Hanneman leading this back group here of 3 trucks. Like Natasha, Raymond, no, that would be, let's see here, Natasha, oh, they're wrecking here under qualifying. That is exactly what happens in qualifying when you have open qual. Anything can happen, definitely mess up sometimes. Gotta be careful. Now, though, the 7 still leading the way of Brendan Carroll. Tanner Seiden in this group as well. 95, 33, and 8. 8 car of Michael Brooks, or truck. And it's a car. It's a vehicular. Like Michael having some problems kind of backing off a little bit, maybe to get some air in the truck. That's the thing about these trucks. They will heat up unless they've changed it at the time I have been out and away. So some of y'all out there in chat here tonight could let me know if they have changed the way the trucks heat up throughout the updates and stuff since February. Definitely let me know, because I know a lot has changed in the 5 months, 4.5 months I've been gone. I'll just take my time. About the only thing we can do. Coming down to the final 35 seconds left here in qualifying. And Brendan Carroll, if he can hang on to it here, he will grab the pole out here tonight. The first pole of the season. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. 10 seconds left. Is anybody gonna beat his time? We'll find out here in the final 3, 2, 1. It looks like Brendan Carroll just might grab the pole out here tonight. We will keep an eye on it, but it looks like that number 7 will hold it. Four drivers still out onto the track, but I do believe they are going to be done here. All right, well, let's see here if we can get Mr. Carroll down here Well, I do not see these guys in Discord. So we are not going to be... Looks like maybe doing any interviews. Some of these guys here tonight. It's all right. All right, well, get them on our grid here for the first time. All right, starting grid here tonight. Brendan Carroll with a 47.087. Grabbing the first pole of the season. Congratulations to Brendan on the pole here tonight. Raymond Bell going to start on the outside of him in second. Michael Bennett third. Brock Whiteman fourth. Raymond Hanneman there in fifth. Jody Benefield in sixth. Natasha in seventh. John in eighth. Tanner Side in ninth. Josh Ryder rounding out the top 10. Stephen Hayes at 11th. Michael Brooks in 12th. Eric Sheffield 13th. Caleb Hess 14th. Josh Watt 15th. Gordon Spain in 16th. Tony Blake Brewer there in 17th of the qualifiers. Waylon Nelson there in 18th. Josh May in 19th. And Douglas Hess in 20th. And Alex Ball is going to round out the 21 truck field here tonight in 21st. It does look like Brock and Eric at this moment have not gridded. We will see here though if they do decide to come out and grid, or if they're going to start on pit road. Now that is an option. Oh, Eric got disconnected out. Amanda Talbert out in chat, rooting on the 0-3 here tonight of Josh Wright. Yeah, that's not good. Getting disconnected is never a good thing. If I do so happen to stop mid-sentence, for everybody out there that does not know, still recovering from heart surgery back in February, but I don't want to make it all about me. It is about these guys here tonight. But if I do happen to stop, I'm catching my breath. Y'all don't want me passing out in the middle of the floor while I'm calling a race, so here we go on the backstretch though. One lap, that's all they get. Underway here tonight for the first race of the J&K Lift Service season number 1 here, presented to you all by Maxspeedtv. Of course, myself, Joshua Medlock. For everybody that does not know, I'll be calling the action this season for these guys, including the Saturday races. Here we go. Pace car will dive off to the safety of pit road into that Geico restart zone here tonight for the first time. Green flag is out. Boogity, 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 folks. We are racing here tonight at Daytona for round number 1 of the J&K Lift Service Season 1 here. And already seeing some 3 wide here at Daytona. Drivers using that apron. Be careful. The 83 dropping back. Now they're starting to go a little bit more single file. The 83/9 of Raymond Hanneman. Like screaming down the back stretch here out of turn number, or out of turn number 4 onto the front stretch down into turn number 1. I'll get it right in a minute. First lap will be going to Raymond Bell, who started in second. Oh, the 70 scraping the wall. Josh Ryder riding the wall. 3 wide at Daytona out of turn number 2. And they're not done. 3 wide for the lead here for the first time tonight. 3 wide, 2 rows deep. Oh, this might not end well. Looks like the 71 backed off. Probably a good thing. You don't want a big pile up at the beginning of a race, especially only on lap number 2. Yes, Brennan Kennedy out there. How are you doing, bud? It is me. It is Josh JM in the booth. Tony Benefield right now in 5th. Gordon Spain has led a lap. I wonder if he's from Spain. Just out of curiosity. Ooh. Watch Raymond here already back up into 8th, 7th, somewhere around in there. It's on the far outside line in that 83 truck on the truck. Supposed to be in the 9 though. Oh, here we go. They're wrecking. It is a pile up here. And we are going to see here if we can get a replay of this. How far back do I got to go? I don't know, but we will. I think my controls are all messed up here. So let me see here if we can find out what actually happened. I think my controls are all messed up. All right, well, let's pop up here to the 12 of Wayland here. Yeah, my controls are all messed up. We're gonna have to fix those at a later date. I don't know why got all messed up like that, but they did. Well, first wreck here tonight. All right, Peyton out there rooting on the DCR Fords. I don't know if we're going to be doing any interviews this week. Oh, you're the co-owner. Okay, all right. Well, glad to have you out there. And if you want to yell at everybody for not being in Discord, you're more than welcome to it, Peyton. I got to work on my controls, man. It's been a while, and all these updates has messed up everything, so I got to get everything squared back away. But hey, you can't have a first race without no hiccups at all. You know, of course, we've already had a hiccup here tonight with some number problems. So, yeah, you do need to get iRacing. You ain't got iRacing, you're missing out. Because, I mean, it's something else. A lot different than all your other games out there. It's more realistic. I know everybody talks about Forza and all the other racing games out there. Yeah, those ain't games. Those are games. And yes, Alex Ball is still in the race. He is up to 6th. As, of course, he started 21st. It's a little bit of a sketchy start, Amanda, but not too bad. A lot of 3 wide going on, that's for sure. They didn't waste any time on that one. They're like, we're just going to go 3 wide at the start and be done with it, you know. But hopefully they got it all out of their system here. Probably not, but we'll see. It looks like a couple of drivers are shooting to the outside lane here, coming to the start-finish line. That should be the one to go, and it is. Everybody coming up. I don't know exactly how they're going to do this. They can make a line declaration from what I understand. I don't know if it's going to cause some drivers to get black flagged or what. I've never ran into a line declaration thing. Only the leader has lane choice is what I have been aware of, and that could be the case. The leader has lane choice, and then everybody else falls in line after that. But here we go, getting ready for the restart, coming to lap number 8 here tonight. Pace car is down and away once again to the safety of pit road. Coming into the Geico start zone once again. Green's out, back underway here tonight at Daytona. The JWRES J&K lift service. I want to say lift services. And they're getting awfully wiggly again back here in the mid-pack around Michael Bennett. Oh! I'm doing a little touchy-touchy up here right around Natasha. Amanda's like 03 is mine. I don't really have a favorite. The only driver I know, drivers I know is, over the years is Josh Mayu in the 61 truck. And where is the other one? Douglas Hess. I've known Doug for a while. So those are really the only 2 drivers I actually know that I've known the longest, but you know, as a broadcaster, I try not to pick a favorite or, you know, say, hey, well, that's my man or that's my woman or whatever. No, I don't do that. 3 wide here. The 0-3 of Josh White. Right up the gut, and there's 3 wide ahead of him, too. Oh, this is not going to end well. Nope. Already going around Josh White. Gonna get involved in that as well. Second yellow of the evening here, and it started just right up ahead of Josh White. I mean, literally, as we see, the 16 kind of dive low, hitting the 71. And, well, it was kind of on like Donkey Kong after that portion of it, because, man, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5, 6 trucks involved in that. Maybe a little more further back, but that is exactly what happened on that one. So second yellow of the evening. Tires really not a problem here. Moose Pie, how you doing? Channel 69's gonna be in here for rooting on her husband, the 95. Tanner. Right. Right now, Tanner's sitting in about that 9th spot, right where he started. Kind of see what happens here after everything lines out. But they have caught back up to the pace car here. John in the 33, the 26 of Raymond Bell, Michael Brooks, Brock Whiteman, and Tony Blake Burr. Well, I'm going to have fun with that name. Looks like lights are still on, so that might have been the 2 to go there. John, Raymond, Michael, Tony, and Waylon now rounding out our top 5. All right, 17 right now on YouTube. 1 right now on the Josh White Racing Esports Facebook, and we don't have anybody on the Maxspeedtv Facebook because, well, we're streaming on the Maxspeedtv YouTube. So through Restream, again, a big shout out to Josh White. He helped me get all that set up. And at the beginning of the session here tonight, I totally forgot I was even using Restream. I was like, why in the world is it's not working? Looks like Eric Sheffield got a black flag there. Interesting. Lights are still on though, so we will see here what they do, what the pace car does here next time by. Lights should go off. Not saying they will, but they should. We'll see what happens here. Jordan Spain has already taken his truck behind the wall. He's done for the evening. We have lost one driver of the 21 that started, down to 20 drivers. Only one lap down. It's going to be Eric Sheffield. Looks like John and Raymond going to be up top here, row number 1. Lights are off on the backstretch here, coming to lap number 14. Remember, comp caution, white at 49, and then they'll throw the yellow at 50. All right, well, here we go, folks. Pace car will dive off again to the safety of pit road. John, Raymond, Tony, Michael, the other Raymond, Raymond Hanneman, top 5. Pace car is down to the safety of pit road and into the Geico start zone. And John on the loud pedal, greens out. Everybody on the loud pedal again here tonight. Side by side. Coming down into turn number 1. It looks like the 12 of Waylon Nelson played it smart. Dropped it right down on the low side. We've already seen tonight it doesn't really matter exactly where you're at. You can get caught up into any wrecks. Really anywhere. Getting a little squirrely up at the top once again. Raymond Bell, though, is going to lead another lap. That's going to be 9 laps under his belt. Raymond Hanneman looking to lead his first laps here. He is on the outside in the 83 truck. Supposed to be the 9. 33 of John on the bottom here with the 8 in tow of Michael Brooks. 3 wide once again. Well, these guys are not wasting any time. They're going to blow out my voice and make me lose my voice. Make me pass out before the end of the race here tonight. Keep this up. Still dealing with 3 wide, though. That is the 16 Douglas Hess in the center, right in the middle, the sucker hole. That's what I call it. Because it could either go really, really good for you, or it could go really, really bad. And it looks like right now he's doing one heck of a job of making it work out in his favor. He found that outside. 61, though, of Mayu right behind him in the Cash App truck. Wonder if he can cash at me some money here tonight. Got to pick on Josh. 5 right behind them. That is Eric Sheffield. Stephen Hayes also a lap down. Stephen, though, better watch it because they are coming. And that would, of course, put Stephen Hayes another lap down. And it is so hard to get your laps back here at Daytona under green flag conditions. But with the yellows that have came out here tonight, so if he does happen to go a lap down, another lap down, he might possibly get it back. Right now it would be looking good, per se, for Stephen Hayes. But then again, They could have worked out all of the kinks here tonight, and we could go green the rest of the way. Well, at least until the comp caution at lap number 50. And Stephen Hayes is just going to get out of the way and let these guys go by. Teammates all passing him up as well, but nothing he can really do about it. Just hope and pray for another yellow to get back into the swing of things. And it looks like they have possibly either unlimited fast repairs or they don't get any. I failed to look. David Casper? Haven't seen David. Probably chasing storms. Or everybody's getting ready for hurricane season to pick up here too. The Pacific has been pretty busy. The Atlantic, not so much as of yet, but that could definitely change. Watching Raymond Bell, Josh White as of right now, but still have that outside. 83, 19, 41, Brock Whiteman, Josh Mayu, Waylon, Tony, Josh Ryder. Yes, there is a lot of Joshes, by the way. Douglas Hess, Tanner Seiden. There's Tanner again in the 95 for the Tanner fans out there. Brendan Carroll, our pole setter here tonight. He didn't even get a chance to lead a lap here. Oh no, the 26 going around, and this is a big one. Big wreck. Oh, big wreck. All right, well, let's get up here to that 26 machine of Raymond Bell. And now we can actually look at it here, sort of. So let's kind of turn the camera here, and right there, it looks like contact between, well, the 83 on the truck and the 26 of Raymond Bell. Looks like Raymond trying to figure out where he's wanting to go, and well, right there was the contact. Hanneman nowhere to go, and right into him, and then it started just a chain reaction here. We'll get it on a blimp view. It looks like several trucks. 1, 2, 3. I had about 7 or 8 trucks involved in that. Man. All right. Well, back down to the race we go. Back under yellow here tonight. We'll see here if possibly I can get at least somebody up here to talk to. Well, there's Caleb Hess, Eric Sheffield, and Brewster 04 is the only one I see, and the only ones I see in Discord. I don't know where everybody else decided to disappear to. There's Storm Chaser David Casper. How are you doing, Mr. David? Josh White leading the way here. We'll go ahead and take a look at our cautions so far. 3 cautions for right now 7 laps. Still 79 laps to go, 7 lead changes. I do expect those numbers to go up, especially the lead changes. Hopefully the caution laps and the caution number don't go up, but it is Daytona. It is expected to have some yellows. But we will definitely see those lead changes go up higher than 7. They'll probably be in the 20s or 30s before we get done here. That was a big one. Yes, it was, Peyton. Yes, yes, it was. We're almost a quarter of the way through this race here tonight. Josh, White, Tasha, Waylon, John, and Michael right now, the top 5. J&K Lift Service Season 1 opener here at Daytona. And lights are off on the pace cars, so going back green next time by at lap number 24. Side by side, White, Nelson, Hess, Tasha, and John. That's Tony Benefield, Douglas Hess, Michael Brooks, Josh Ryder, and Tony Blake Brewer rounding out our top 10 here. Does take a little bit to get around the track. I thought it was only a little over a minute and a half, but I guess I was wrong. Just a little over 2 minutes. I know Indianapolis, Pocono, Talladega. Yeah, it takes a little bit there as well. So. And pace car is down and away once again here tonight. Green flag is out, and boy, the 12 didn't waste no time. Dropped it right down to the bottom. Oh, yellow, back out once again. I don't know exactly. Oh, Raymond Bell is sideways. Uh-oh, and it looks like this is exactly where it started at here. It looks like the 83 was going low and then right into the 26 of Mr. Bell, and then, oh no, that is going to catch several more drivers. It looks like the 95 going to get a piece of it too. All right, well, folks, that's going to take us to another yellow. Looks like Caleb Hess is going to have a black flag here in the 98. Now, he has got 9 on his truck. 98 in the driver bar. Quarter of the way here tonight. as they catch up to the pace truck here. It looks like Brock Whiteman got a black flag as well, possibly coming down pit road too quick, I would assume. I would assume, not saying that that's the case, but I am gonna have to fix something though, folks. Sorry about this, but I am blowing my eardrums out, and we can't be having none of that. There we go. Turn back up the sound though, and once it comes through, everybody should be able to hear it. As of right now, there we go. I have to turn that up just a little bit more. Hang on a minute. Sorry about this. Sorry about this, folks. Don't have everything all squared away yet. Still working on it. And I was gonna actually get to see the behind the scenes stuff here. There we go. Maybe that'll work. Hopefully I'm not blowing y'all's eardrums out and my eardrums out too. But behind the scenes stuff, folks, this is what I run into. Well, this is what I did run into every week. Trying to adjust all the volumes. 19 of you out there tuning in right now on the Maxspeedtv YouTube. We don't have anybody on the JWRES Sports Facebook or the Maxspeedtv Facebook as of right at the moment, but make sure y'all share it out there, folks, whether it be on Facebook to watch or to YouTube to watch. You know, make sure everybody knows that we've got racing back and going on. So, David, glad you're doing good, man. I'm slowly getting there. It's been a wild ride for sure. Oh, wow. Like the 12 wants to go on the inside line here. But we do have the 03 of Josh White leading the way. 33 to the outside, 12 behind Josh, 77. Right there on the inside, we've got Caleb on the outside. Tasha, Michael, Stody, Michael Bennett, and Josh Ryder, as well as Tony Blake Brewer. That's the top 10 here. No, funny thing about it is I am not a big chocolate eater, but every now and then I will end up eating chocolate, and then I'll be good for a couple months, and then I'll do it again. I have the 12 scrubbing some tires right there just a little bit. Waylon Nelson, I don't know. I don't think it's illegal for these guys to do that. They will be coming out of turn number 4 here. Nutty Buddies are your weakness. Mine's Hershey's or any type of dark chocolate. Race cars down once again here tonight, And white's on the loud pedal. Now everybody with the green flag, everybody is on the loud pedal. Looks like everybody that did get a black flag did get it cleared real quick. So I'm assuming that's the way they do it. Lane choice. No matter where you're at, just choose what line you want to be in and go. I'm assuming they've got what they call a fast black flag clear, my clear all button. Maybe Peyton out there can, you know, kind of tell us how that works. Gonna have to really watch here though. Lap 28 come to lap 29 here. It looks like they're having a caution at about every 5 to 8 laps. 5 to 9 laps, something like that. Now, I say that with respect. Daytona is not easy. We have lost 2 drivers, though, so far. We do have Brendan Carroll, 1 lap down, and Stephen Hayes, which is 3 laps down now, unfortunately. Stephen's teammates up here. Oh, here we go. Looks like we're going to have another yellow. Oh, no. And a hard lick by the 8 into that inside wall. Oh, this is not what these guys wanted. But we're going to get down here quickly. Try to find a driver to get on here, folks. Figure out what happened. It looks like right there is where it all actually kind of started. Not saying it started with Caleb, but that's where it all kind of broke loose here. Did Caleb get a shove here? Kind of set Caleb loose. Yeah, well, he did get a shove for sure. That did get him a little loose. And maybe some net code there too. But that set the stage here for, unfortunately, the 77, 33, I believe that was, of John. Yes. And, well, we'll have a few more here. Yep, the 71 of Benefield getting involved in that too. The 8 on the truck, 95, 33, man, yeah. Several drivers getting a piece of that one. Another semi-big one, I guess you could say. Tony Benefield is taking his truck behind the wall. He is done for the evening. So unfortunately, a couple of wrecks have taken some drivers out of the race here tonight. Go 3 of White, the 12 of Waylon, the 20 of Tony, Raymond Bell, and the 26, 95 of Tanner. Top 5, got Alex Ball, Raymond Hanneman, Caleb Hess, Eric Sheffield, and John rounding out the top 10 here. Still about 70 laps left to go. Yeah, but it ain't my call, Everett. But that is possibly true. You know, a lot of these guys, you know, just joined, you know, throughout the, you know, the off season per se, I guess you could call it, getting in on the recruitment. So not everybody has raced around everybody. So I guess you could say they're still trying to figure out, you know, how each person, each driver races, and, you know, who not to be around, who to be around, who they can trust, not trust. You know how racing goes, Everett. You've been with us long enough. You've seen it. So, you know, anything is possible. Now, Josh White, I do want to mention, though, that 03, since we're on lap number 30 here, coming up on 9/11, September the 11th. Mark your calendars. Josh White on FS1 will be racing real life in the ARCA series for NASCAR. The Menards, the ARCA Menards series. He will be at Bristol racing. Mark your calendars. Make sure you have FS1 or figure out a way to get it. Watch him support Josh White in the 03, because real life racing and, of course, racing on iRacing is two totally different things. So please show your support for Mr. White out there. I did want to mention that. It was kind of a surprise for him. I was not told to do that. I did not even want to mention to Josh I was going to do that. I just kind of wanted to make it a surprise. So, 9/11, folks. Pace car down and away here again tonight. Josh White, Waylon Nelson, Green's out. Everybody back on the loud pedal here again this evening. Well, Peyton, I live over here in Arkansas. We do not have a NASCAR track over here. Now, we do have two dirt tracks that are very popular for, well, everybody should know who Rusty Wallace and Mark Martin is from real NASCAR back in the day. They actually raced over dirt at Tri-State in Oklahoma. That's where they really got their start. And so that is a local dirt track. And then we have Crawford County Speedway, which is a local dirt track across the bridge. So the closest NASCAR track, oh, be careful, guys. Closest NASCAR tracks I have to me are Talladega, Texas, Kansas, and Nashville. That's about, well, there are some in Missouri, but I think those are dirt tracks. Going to Iowa. Okay, all right. The community swimming pool. I got you. That is one track me and Rudy do not like. Don't get us wrong, it can make for some great racing, but Iowa is just one of those tracks you really gotta be careful at too. A lot of side-by-side back here around John, Hanneman, Ryder, Seiden, Sheffield, Bell, Natasha. They are coming back up to White and Waylon, though. Here we go. Battle for the lead. But is Caleb Hess going to be able to flip that around and take over the lead? Does have the 77 of Natasha right behind him, pushing the daylights out of him. Oh, wow. Got a lot of people you know in that race. Nope. Caleb is not going to be able to make anything happen at the moment on the backstretch, though, here. As, oh, we've got a driver tagging the wall back here in the Porsche light truck. That would be the 83. Well, 83 on the car. That actually would be the... Got 3 wide, and we'll watch the 3 wide here first. Eric Sheffield right in the middle of this, as well as the 77. Unfortunately, we have seen this all of too many times here. 9 of Raymond Hanneman is the 83 truck. And the 19 coming up the gut here too. That's Michael Bennett. Like Whalen still looking to lead a lap here. We'll definitely take a look at it. But a lot of side-by-side action. There's a whole lot of shaking going on out there on the track here tonight. Unfortunately, 3 drivers out. Eric! How are you doing there, buddy? Calling a caution in the next 2 laps. Wow. Everett already throwing one out there. Well, you know. Whalen still, oh. Whalen is gonna, oh, Whalen had help or has help. Tony right behind him, Josh right behind them. It looks like Whalen might just end up, if he can hold it. He will lead his first lap here tonight, and he will do just that. But man, that 20, oh, the 20 got squirrely, bent out of shape, got onto the apron in the grass. Now he's going to have to fall all the way back. Ouch, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. Been there, done that before when I was racing. Oh, he's going to definitely need some type of yellow or some help. Right now, he looks like he might need a yellow to get back up here toward the front. One of you out there on Maxspeedtv watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in. My first official racing back. Yeah, that was a save by the 20. You got that right, Brendan. Yeah, that was amazing. That could have definitely been bad. Oh, Natasha right now rolling. Raymond Hanneman there in second. Caleb Hess third. Michael Bennett fourth. Waylon Nelson in fifth. Now, since they have the comp caution, though, folks, I usually do crank it up at the halfway mark. Well, tonight will be after that competition caution here in the next, well, white flag will be at lap 49. So in about 8 laps, we'll have the white flag come out. I would assume if we get a yellow with that white flag per se, if we get a yellow between the white flag and the comp caution flag, that's it. Well, Everett, I'm glad to be back. I'm still on the mends. That's for sure. Like I said, if I don't talk for a little bit or I don't get loud, well, everybody show. Oh, no, there goes goes the 12 hard into the outside wall, and another big wreck. Oh no, that is the 12 of Waylon Nelson here. It looks like maybe the 03 might have tagged him a little bit. Well, let's see. That's Josh White right behind him. Well, we'll get a look-see. Yes, I said look-see. I am not a professional by any means. All right, let's see here what happened. Well, it looks like the 12 might have got bent out of shape there first. The 03 was just hammer down go, and well, we kind of see what happened there. He had nothing White could have really done per se. He was just hammer down go, and after the 12 got loose, well, bumper hook right there. 12 gets hooked right up here to the outside wall. The 19 gonna get a piece. The 95 gonna get some of it, and well. The 33, the 5, and I think that might have been, the 95. Also going to get a piece of that too. Looks like Hess might have got a little bit of it. Mr. Douglas Hess. Well, shoot. That is not what we wanted to see. It looks like we've got some drivers, though, maybe doing a little fake out here, coming down pit road. Mr. White better be careful. Hi, Mama. That is my mom out there in chat. Stopping by to see how I'm doing, of course. I'm doing all right. Not out of breath yet. Yet. The key word is yet. Looks like the 03 26 19 03 19. Boy, they were like bumper to bumper right there together. Lap 44 here, folks. Coming to lap 45. Could be lap 46 when they get the green here once again. Yeah, that's a little bit. It's easier said than done, Mom. You know how I am. I mean, I got a passion for this, and man, I sure did miss it. Of course, I've got to give a shout out. I know it's another league, but I got to give a shout out to them because I've been a part of this league for quite some time. And, you know, while I was out, Mr. Stephen Lane jumped out there and, you know, kind of helped me out. And they love what they were, you know, what he was doing and putting on. And so I got to give a shout out to the OP Super Speedway guys over there. You know, Steven really stepped up, started calling their races, and then Josh White came up to me after, you know, so many months. And, you know, I pretty much just kind of turned that over to Steven. And, but them guys over at OP, you know, it's a totally different style racing. They just do super speedway tracks. But, you know, I got to give a shout out to those guys. Anthony English, Peter DeBorgia, and all those guys, every single one of them over there, you know, for being very, 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 very supportive through my, you know, my health problems. And of course, all the fans out there too. You know, a big shout out to all of y'all too for being very supportive and asking, you know, when I'm going to be back or how I'm doing. You know, I thank you all for that. I know the lights are off on the pace car here too, folks, so we're going to be going back green here too. Yeah, you just think I got excited about you catching all the fish. Mama out there throwing some fibs. I see how it is. All right. Well, the lights are off. We will be going back green this coming up time by Natasha, Raymond Hanneman, Josh White, Raymond Bell, Michael Bennett, Josh Ryder, Josh Mayu, Caleb Hess, Brendan Carroll, and Michael Brooks will be rounding out our top 10 here coming back to green. Going fishing Saturday. Well, I've got a broadcast Saturday night, so we won't be doing any of that. There we go. Pace cars down and away into the restart zone, and the 77 greens out. Everybody gonna be on the loud pedal. The 77 did not go. So green was out, green come out, and Raymond got going, and oh no, what is going on back here? Yellow is out. Oh, what in the world happened back here? Like Douglas Hess has taken his truck behind the wall. I did see something happen to Josh White. I wonder if this is where it all actually started. Not saying it did, I'm just wondering if it did. Let's see here. Yeah, the 77 did not go. Josh was going high, and unfortunately the 19 truck was right there, and that is exactly what happened. Right there. Yep, that started it all. That started the kind of the chain reaction. As we see the 12, the 8, the 9, the 03. Somebody's blowing an engine there. More drivers getting involved in this too. Man, they were still wrecking. Man. Looks like Caleb Hess in the 90, well, the 9 car. But supposed to be the 98. Man, well, that's gonna put us in a predicament here. Are they gonna have a what they call a green white checkered attempt for the comp caution, or are they gonna call it here? I don't know exactly what they're gonna do. We'll find out here in just a few moments time though. Like some drivers coming down pit road. Yep. Raymond Hanneman down pit road. Raymond Bell, Tasha, Josh Mayu, like John, Michael Bennett. I believe everybody might have came down pit road here. Yep. That's what it's looking like. Michael Brooks just coming back out from a pit road. Does have to go all the way around the track. Some drivers are getting tires. Some of them just getting maybe a splash of fuel and going. The tires are not really used up here. Of course, it is under yellow, so you know I say just go, but well, I don't know if we're gonna have that now or not, because white flag would have been here coming up to lap 49, and then the caution would be at lap 50. So I don't know if they're even gonna have a comp caution with the way this caution came out. So all right, Ray H, that must be Hanneman out there. That is the comp caution. All right, so yeah, definitely come down. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Raymond Hanneman is over the top spot here in that number 83/9 truck. You know, you have a goof on your number there, right? Just saying. I think that's Raymond Hanneman there. Looks like it. Raymond, John, Natasha, Raymond, Bell, Waylon, Michael, Brendan, Alex, Eric, and Tony. Rounding out our top 10. Lights are off. Looks like some drivers getting waved around here. Tanner. Looks like Stephen Hayes got the pass to go around the pace car here. All right, well, Josh out of it here tonight. And hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy? Hated for you out there, bud. Yeah, 7 yellows for 20 laps, 52 laps to go still yet. 10 lead changes. Well, I know we've got Saturday, the Daytona 500 in the Cup Series. We're glad to see you again, Josh. Always good to see some friends, man. Been a it's been a heck of a few months, I tell you. So glad to see you out there, man. I hate it for you here tonight. So that was the comp caution, so we can go ahead and get rid of that. I'm getting there, bud. Slowly. But I'm getting there. Still got a long road yet to go. You know, heart surgery is not just a hop, skip, and a jump, get back out and run a mile. That is not the way it works. But slowly getting there. Just got to take it a day at a time, bud. All right, pace car will dive off once again here tonight. There goes the pace car. Raymond Hanneman up at the top spot here, and he will lead another lap here at the stripe. Green is back out. The J&K Lift Service Truck Series, JWRES, Josh White Racing Esports, round number 1 of season 1 here at Daytona, presented to y'all by Maxspeedtv. Yep, one day at a time, man. Just one day at a time. That's about all I can do. And rooting on the 77, though, is Everett Baker. And right now, Natasha doing pretty good job. 6 laps here. I don't know. I know we got female racers. I do know that. I don't know if that is a female or a male. I don't want to assume anything because I'm just not that way. I just know that Natasha is mostly a female name. However, like I said, I don't want to assume. I am not that type of person. So if anybody can actually let me know, that would be great. That way I am not assuming anything. Because I've been very careful about that here tonight. It is a girl. All right. So we have got that out of the way here. So G is out here racing with the boys out here. And right now, I mean, it's halfway. She's got a really good shot of bringing it home into victory lane. I know we got 3 wide, or, well, we did. That didn't last long. But they're back to side-by-side racing. But now that we got that out of the way, only female driver I'm going to... Oh man, I'd like to see her come out with the win out here tonight. That would be awesome to see. I know females have won races on our racing. I personally have never seen it, but I know they have. But nice to see her out here racing it up with these guys. All right, lap 52 here, folks. Lap 53 as it updates here. Y'all know what we do here on Maxspeedtv. Maybe. All right, well, we're going to give it a shot here, folks. Let's go ahead and crank it up here tonight. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the crank it up there here tonight. Getting back to the action on track here. A lot of moving going on. Whoa! A lot of squirreling going on here too, it looks like. These guys and gal, now that I know that is a female, I was just saying guys because I did not know, but now that I know, we will make sure we get that in there. But these guys and gal really turning it up here halfway in the race here tonight. Still a lot of side by side and a whole lot of racing left to go. Anything can happen. Oh yeah, Everett, I'm right there with you, buddy. I am right there with you. Man, that's 77, though. Really keeping it real close to that number 983 of Raymond Hanneman here, and playing it smart. Playing it real smart. Not letting Raymond get too far ahead, making sure she gets air into the radiator to cool that truck off, but also making sure to keep everybody at bay and, you know, not to get around them. But we do see Michael Bennett sticking his nose on the outside line here. And side by side we go. No, here we go. No! That is going to set the stage for another yellow and a big one here, folks. A big wreck here. We're going to give it a little bit of a rewind because that hurt. All right, well, let's get a chase view here. Turn the camera. And let's figure out what happened. All right, so maybe go back a little bit further. It looks like KFC guy, that would be John in the 33. Looks like he did push. Got the 19 a little loose, and you know, it was kind of on from there. You know, it just kind of set the stage for kind of what happened. 33 comes down into the 77. I don't know how in the world Natasha got through this. Now, we'll get on to her view here in a minute. Now, she is going to pick up some damage, but I don't know how she come away with the least amount of damage there. We're going to see the 83, the 83 truck. He is going to go up into the catch fence. and several more drivers going to get involved in this too. Man, oh man, this is not what we want. I'm thinking maybe we're going to have some drivers be out of the race here tonight. But let's go on Natasha's view here and kind of show y'all what was probably going through her head at this point. Like I said, she is going to pick up a little bit of damage on that truck, but this is from her view. She felt the bump, seen it, slowed it down. It's going to get passed up a little bit, but maybe she got a little bit more damage than I thought. Ah, she might have. She got it woed down though. That's the best thing. And now she's coming off of pit road. So, man, oh man. Yeah, she hanging with the boys, that's for sure. Now it is gonna kind of set her back a little bit back here into the ninth spot, but still a lot of racing to go. About 40 laps still yet remain here. Coming up on 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 4 o'clock Hawaiian time. So if you live in Hawaii, y'all still have sunlight. Lucky dogs. All right, Moose Pie, get some sleep there, buddy. We'll see y'all, well, I'll see you Saturday. Of course, Steven will be live Saturday as well. We'll have 2 broadcasts going at the same time, and I'll remember that I have Restream this time. Raymond Bell on pit road here. Michael Bennett, Josh Ryder also still on pit road. I don't know if they are going to be coming back out or not. Raymond did not. Michael Bennett is, and here comes Ryder as well. So leading the way once again. He's led 20 laps though, and well, this will be 21. Josh White, the 03, followed by Tony Blake Brewer, Eric Sheffield. Now Eric was having problems earlier on tonight. He got disconnected, had to get back in. He was a lap down. Yeah, he just had a slew of issues out here tonight. Look where he's sitting at right now. In the 5th spot, started 13th officially on the driver bar. But nice to see Eric fight his way back up. He does have some damage back there on the rear end of that truck. Hopefully it doesn't affect him too much, but we'll definitely keep an eye on him. Well, I plan on being here Saturday. If nothing happens, you know. Yeah, Eric Sheffield, man, like I said, he had a slew of problems out here and, well, managed to fight back up. So I think right now he's just wanting to survive it. You know, top 5, top 3 possibly. Of course, you know, as well as I do, anybody come out here racing a Daytona or any race at that, they want to come home with a win. So I'm sure he's going to fight just as hard. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so, well, I'll talk about this here in just a second. It doesn't really pertain to a race or anything in particular, so I'll talk about that here in just a second. But we'll wait till they get going green here. Coming to lap 61 of tonight's opening race here. A&K Lift Service Season 1. There it is. Green's out. White on the loud pedal. Tony Blake, Waylon, Tanner, Eric. Everybody will be getting the black flags cleared, I would assume. Ooh, maybe not. Tony, Blake, Brewer, Waylon, John all have black flags right now, and I've got to figure out exactly how that all works. So, Fisher! Like John, that would be the 33 KFC machine running on the outside here. That I don't know. I would have to get with Rudy on that, because I don't know how all that works. But we do have a driver here on the apron. Pulling back, I believe that is, okay, yeah, that is Alex Ball. Yeah, let me get with Rudy on that and see how all that works, because I don't know. I don't know if it's something that needs to be custom done, or if it has something to do with, you know, with subscribers. I don't know. We did have an MSTV emoji, and I think we still do. But that was something that Rudy had, and I'll just have to see exactly how all that works. All right, lap number 64 here. White, Titan, Brewer, Hanneman, Nelson, Sheffield, Carroll, Brooks. Natasha back up into the 9th position, roughly. And John rounding out the top 10 here. Ball, Bennett, Hayes, Hess, Ryder, Bell. Bell is on pit road, so the first driver a lap down is Michael Bennett. Okay, I will definitely have to see how all that works and everything, and you know, I might even just do the emojis for free. I don't know. I'm not, you know. Oh, 95. Tanner Seiden. Raymond Hanneman. Oh, man. Yeah, that almost not ended very pretty. That kind of shook up that outside line and allowed White, Brewer, Nelson, Carroll, the top, well, the top 5 on the inside line kind of all to break away here. We got White, Brewer, and Nelson. Got the 07. Of Stephen Hayes, who is a lap down up here in this mess. And then the 7 of Brendan Carroll. It kind of shook up that line, but they're doing a very good job, that outside line, and doing a very good job of what in the 7s is that? A bunch of 7s. You got the 7, 77, 07, and the 70. Yellow back out once again here tonight. What happened? Oh, looks like Tony Blake Brewer. Yep, happened up here too. Looks like right there it was 95. come down just a little bit too far, possibly. He might have got hit too. A little bit of 3 wide action as well. And it looks like, yeah, he come down just a little bit too far. Could have been some net code here, but we'll see. We'll take a look here. Nope, definitely no net code. That was that was definitely contact, sure. Right there it was, and yeah, that sent the 20 right up into the 12. And well, unfortunately, it looks like we had somebody blow an engine. That was Sidon, and it looks like Tony might have also blew an engine. I don't know. It looks like the 95 did not blow an engine, I don't think. Yeah, he did. Oh no. Oh, it was the 95 who blew the engine. All right. Well, lap 68. Coming down to the semi-wire here. Not really the Royal Straight. Let's see here. The 7 of Brendan Carroll, the 77 of Natasha, the 07 of Steven, I believe it is. Yeah. And the 70 of Josh Ryder. They're all teammates, as you can tell. They're all running the exact same paint. We got White bringing a group down pit road here. Natasha gonna take back over the lead. Raymond Hanneman also down pit road. Got the 77, the 70. And who is that? Stayed out. That would be Josh Ryder right behind the 77. I'm not sure we're going to be getting any interviews in here. I do see Eric Sheffield and Caleb Hess is still in Discord, but I don't know where everybody else is at. All right, well, all it takes is the final lap. You lead the final lap, you take the checkered flag, you bring it home in the victory lane. Do we still have anybody out there that knows about GWC attempts? That would be probably a AU question or a Sheffield question, or a Peyton question. I know Peyton is out there. Yeah, if you were in Discord. But I don't even see you. Unless you don't even have Discord. If if I was in the Discord. If. That's a big word right there. If I was in Discord. I had $1 million. Oh, you're not? You're the co-owner, and, and you don't have the Discord. Wow. Well, we're gonna have to, I guess, get with the other co-owner then, aren't we? Well, all right, here we go. It looks like Tasha. There is. Like Raymond Hanneman did get back up there. Who was that? That is going to the back. 70 of Josh Ryder. Oh, okay, that is Caleb Hess. Yeah, getting some numbers fixed up here. Hopefully they get that fixed before next week. I would hope. Sure, they're aware of it. Oh golly, that hurt. Sorry about that, folks. Hang on a minute. Yes, we are green. Boy, man, that sneezing, man, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. Oh, that hurt. Well, Peyton, I can't invite anybody to Discord, so I don't have those type of permissions. So that'll have to be done by your co-owner or somebody that has that permission. Oh no, Natasha, cutting grass got pushed out. No! Oh! Not what we wanted to see. And Natasha did get a black flag there for going on the inside of the green cone at pit road exit. Yeah, it was a good save for sure, but man, that hurts. Now she will have to come down pit road or maybe get it cleared. I don't know how that works. More than likely, we'll have to come down pit road, but oh no. Well, I'm not the owner, so you know. Josh White back up front. Tony Blake, Raymond Hanneman, Brendan Carroll, Eric Sheffield, Waylon, and Alex, as well as Michael Bennett, Michael Brooks, and John Schoenbachler. I think that's how you say his last name, but I don't know. Finding out our top 10 here. And I do believe Natasha did possibly get that cleared, but I don't know. Natasha, oh no, she just did a, looks like maybe a stop and go, it looks like. Oh man, that hurts. Oh, that hurts. She needs a yellow. Caleb needs a yellow. Tasha is on the lead lap, the last driver on the lead lap. Caleb is the first driver 1 lap down, the only one that is 1 lap down. Tanner is 2 laps down. Josh Ryder's 3 laps down. Raymond Bell on pit road 17 laps down. We have lost Josh Mayu, Douglas Hess, Tony Benefield, Brock Whiteman and Gordon Spain here tonight. We are down to about 15 drivers, 16 if you count Raymond. Still a pretty good field out there on the track. Now a lot of single file up toward the front. You get that side by side going on when you get back here to around Caleb. And oh no, this is not gonna end well. The 07 around yellow is out. Looks like some teammates here might have got a little hanky panky here. So let's see here. Oh, it looks like there was possibly maybe a checkup up there right ahead of Stephen Hayes. And that's kind of what set the stage. I mean, the 07 right into the back of the 95. Then the 8. I believe that is the... Yeah, Michael Brooks, nowhere to go. Right into the back of the 07, and it was just kind of on from there. Oh, man. The 8 is going to take a lick into the inside wall. A pretty hard lick at that, maybe. Let's see here if he did, how hard he did hit it. It looks... Yeah, he hit it pretty hard. Ouch. Ugh. Man. Oh, lap 77, another yellow here tonight. That'll put us at 10. Still 24 laps to go. Still anything can happen in 24 laps. Oh, she's not out of it. She is not out of it, Eric. With this yellow, this is going to set her up for back on the lead lap with the pack. If I was her, though, I would not come down pit road. If you don't have to come down, if you can finish the race out, then that's what I would do. However, she does have teammates out there, and it looks like there are several of them that is coming down. The 78 of Alex Ball, Natasha's coming down. The 07 of Stephen Hayes is down as well. So maybe they're trying to get hooked up, connected together. It could be a possibility. I mean, you can't rule it out. I'm not racing, so I don't know what their plan is. All right, lights are off. I'm still here, folks. All right. Well, we've got White, Hanneman, Brewer, Schuenbachler, Carroll, Sheffield, Nelson, Natasha. I'm not going to try her last name as of yet. Saul and Bennett. Our top 10. Brooks, Hayes, Hess. Top 13 on the lead lap. Seiden 1 lap down there in 14th. Ryder in 15th. 2 laps down. That's all we've got on the track. Looks like, except for the sound. Well, I mean, I've had to do that before. When I was real sick, I had to. Well, pace car's down to the way here tonight. And the green is back out once again. I don't know who that is. Max? The Wax? I don't know who that is. But how are you doing? Nevertheless, how are you doing? Glad to see you out there. Going single file here, it looks like. Next time by, we will be at 20 to go. Looks like we're starting to see, it looks like the 33 of the 8 on the outside here. That is John and Michael. Receding hairline. I don't have a receding hairline, so I know you ain't talking about me. And getting awful dicey up here for sure. Here comes the 7, Brendan Carroll, bringing along the 77 of Natasha. 78 right behind them, Alex Ball. Here they come, the 07 of Steven. On the bottom, the other teammate. Is there 4 of them or 5 of them? I think it's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of them. Oh, the 33 going topsy-turvy. That is John. Oh, talking about the leader. That would be the other Josh. All right, well, let's see here. 33 of John goes for a ride. Oh, 3 wide right here with the, well, it's 9 on the car, but it is supposed to be, let's see here, if I could find out. There's the 8. It's supposed to be Caleb Hess in the 98. So, yeah, 3 wide, but it was Ryder right here, right in the middle, and just a lot of movement going on. And unfortunately, the 33 gonna get the rough end of the stick on this one. He is just gonna, the air caught the bottom of that truck and just flipped him. Man. All right, well, another yellow here tonight. 19 to go here, folks. It looks like everybody's stopping here right before the start finish line, possibly waiting on the pace car. Can Eric? Oh man. You're killing me. All right, well, lights are off. White, Hanneman, Brewer, Hayes, Nelson, Bennett, Sheffield, Carroll, Natasha, and Ball, or Ball and Natasha. They're side by side, so it's a, they're changing. They're changing spot. All right, well, there'll be 16 to go at the green. Right, Eric? Yeah, you've known me the longest out of both of them. That is kind of interesting for sure. Yeah, me and you have, the only time me and you have talked is through, well, YouTube chat. That's it. We've never actually sat down and actually had a conversation. Kind of funny, actually. Well, all right, here we go. You got that right. Sweet 16 here. Pace cars down and off and away here. Green back out. 16 to go, folks. Fifteen laps remain here tonight. White has led 41 laps here this evening. Definitely going to come away with the most laps led, no doubt about it. 42 at that time. By question is, you know, the most important lap. Will he be able to hold it? A lot of hungry drivers behind him, and we've got some teammates back there too trying to get hooked up together. We've got the 78 Alex Ball right up ahead, kind of leading the way here with this teammate group. The other teammates are right there behind them. They are hooked up. Oh, the 4 of them anyway. The 5th one's up here, I should say. I didn't know there was 5 of them out here. I thought there was only 4 of them, but I guess I was wrong. There are people on the inside? What do you mean by that? MTJ fan. 19. So, oh, it's complex. Oh, okay. Well, there is fireworks going off. I just heard movement going on outside. All right, 12 laps to go. Even in broad daylight. Not the Matrix. He said. Oh, wide into the wall. Oh, here we go. Oh, big wreck. Find out somebody got hammered here. Let's see here. Oh, I'm gonna turn this camera here. Looks like Brewer was right behind the 03. Like bump drafting, doing some shoving here. And right there, got him off center. Sent him up right into the wall. Right there it was. And nowhere to go for Brooks. Nowhere to go for Eric. Oh, man. And Eric was having such a comeback run here, too. John's going to get some damage on that. The 7 of Brendan Carroll's going to get some damage. Uh-oh. It looks like 33. Come back up onto the track here. Ryder's gonna get a piece of it. Ouch. All right. Well, yeah, hammered, and I don't mean alcohol. All right, 10 to go here, folks. 9:33 Central, 10:33 Eastern. Up drivers down pit road, drivers coming off of pit road momentarily. Like Waylon Nelson is up front. All right. Be 9 to go here momentarily. Probably be 7 or 8 to go when they get the green. Oh man. Give me just a minute, folks. All right, well, 9 to go, so it'll be 8 to go when we come back to green here. Got Waylon, Natasha, Steven, Michael, Raymond, Hanneman, Tanner, Caleb, Brendan, White, and Sheffield. That is our top 10 here with 9 to go. Lick the like button. Wow. You're killing me. All right, pace car is down once again. Green is back out. Waylon on the loud pedal. Natasha in the 77 is on the outside. Now drops into the inside in front of the 07 of Stephen Hayes. Watch the outside line here with the 19 of Michael Bennett leading the outside line. I was going to say leaving the outside line, but let's hope that's not the case. I love you too, Eric. Killing me, man. Oh, how in the world did they do that? Bennett, Hanneman, Seiden. All down into the bottom. Wow, right in front of the 12 of a Waylon Nelson. Man, that was scary. All right, well, 7 to go. We've got, the 7 over to the outside wall. Caution is out once again. So, get back here to Brendan Carroll. I mean, we are getting down to the wire here, folks. So we could have some yellows definitely come out. It looks like dadgummit. I definitely have to get my thing fixed. It looks like right here. Oh yeah, right there. A little bit of bumping action going on. A lot of bumping action going on. And then the 03 hooking the 7 up into the wall. Then the 9 down into the 03. And, oh man, well, it was just kind of Calamity Jane after that. We got Josh White. 9, the 5. Oh, Eric Sheffield, it looks like did squeeze through that. He did. He did squeeze through that. And but like I was saying, we are coming down to the wire, so some cautions could definitely come out. Yeah, I got to get my thing fixed, man, because I'm hitting buttons and everything, and it's, yeah. Usually I can hit the 2 button for a rewind, and okay, I think I figured it out. I think I figured it out. All right, well, we'll try it the next time. You would think all the settings would save, but they don't. All right, well, looks like the KFC machine gonna come around. That is John. He is still a lap down. Michael Brooks is on pit road. It looks like he is gonna be coming back out. Josh White coming back out. Caleb Hess coming back out. Several drivers coming back onto the racetrack here. Still a lot can happen in 5 laps. I mean, a lot. Well, we had to get rid of some trolls in chat here, folks. I don't care if you like the league or you don't. You are not going to bash anybody at all in my chat. I had to get rid of a few. I'm sure I'm probably going to take some hate for it, but I don't care. I really don't. So we know they'll be. You're not gonna bash anybody in my chat. You can have freedom of speech. You're just not gonna bash anybody in my chat. I don't care who it is. All right, so there'll be 4 to go here at green. All right, well, here we go. So it'll be 3 to go when we get. Gotta check something here. Yeah. All right, so 3 to go when we get the green here. Here we go. Green back out once again here tonight. Three laps to go. Michael Bennett, Raymond Hanneman, Tanner Seiden, Waylon Nelson, Natasha, top 5. Tony Blake, Josh Ryder, Michael Brooks, Eric Sheffield, Alex Ball, Brennan Carroll, Caleb Hess, Stephen Hayes, Josh White, John Schoenbachler, and Raymond Bell. Raymond, of course, still sitting on pit road. Yellow is out, though. GWC attempt, it looks like. While they are doing that, I am going to be bringing up this real quick. Well, I don't have really anybody to interview. Unfortunately. Oh, interesting. Like I could see the top fans in here too. That is cool. New to me. Looks like Everett, one of the Everett, top fan number 1, then Eric, and then Moose Pie. And we've got some more down through the line here. That is interesting. All right, well, let me see here. GWC attempt. Well, yeah. You'll live. You'll be all right. Not gonna die from it. You'll be all right. Raymond Bell, though, still on pit road. I think Raymond might be like, yeah, he's definitely done. Almost, he's been on pit road for 56, going up on 57 minutes in his pit box. So, yeah, almost an hour. Here we go. Here we go. Michael Bennett, Tanner Seiden, Raymond Hanneman, Waylon Nelson, and Natasha rounding out our top 5 with a GWC attempt in tow here. Of course, the way a GWC attempt works, we'll go green. If we get a yellow before the white flag, we'll rack it up, stack it up, do it all over again. If the white flag comes out before the yellow, well, that'll be it. They can rack it all up, and they got to race it back to the line. We'll see kind of what happens this time by. On the back stretch, going down into turn number 3. Unlimited fast repairs up there in the top left-hand corner. Race car will dive off to the safety of pit road once again here tonight. There it goes. The J&K List Service, round number 1, season 1 here at Daytona. JWRES, green's back out. Here we go. Can we make it around to the white flag before we get a yellow? That is the question. Somebody went up high. That was the 70, it looks like. And here we go. We have got to get to the white flag. We're about 100 feet. Geico restart zone. White flag in the air. One more time around. This is it, folks. Whatever happens, happens. On the back stretch, as they go to reckon, spitted calamity on the back stretch, down into 3, the middle of 3 and 4. Who is it gonna be? Make that truck wide, Michael. Coming home into victory lane here tonight. What a win for Michael Bennett. Raymond Hanneman there in second, and Waylon Nelson will round out the top 3. John Schillenbachler there in 4th, and Josh White rounding out the top of 5. Now, I do not know if we are going to be able to get any interviews in here tonight because nobody is in Discord. So we will just kind of have to see here. But Michael Bennett, though, congratulations, man. Grabbing the victory here tonight for round number 1. Awesome job, bud. You survived. That's what it takes is to survive. Now, I don't know exactly what that ATVO.data is. I'm going to have to look into that too, but good, solid race We did have some yellows, yes, but that's typical Daytona. What we're gonna do is, I guess we're just going to, kind of call it a night here after I go through the unofficial order here, and we will get to everybody next week or maybe this Saturday on that, because I don't see anybody in. Oh, there we go. All right, so they are coming into the waiting room here, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and start with our winner here tonight. Uh-oh, I cannot drag anybody up here, so somebody is going to have to do that for me. Oh, there's Josh. Hey, bud. I can't drag anybody. I don't have any permissions. Michael Bennett grabbing the win. Raymond Hanneman in second. Waylon in third. Of course, Josh White, who is up here in the booth right now with me, finishing in the fifth spot. Josh, of course, you're going to come away with the most laps led here tonight. It was a handful, real quickly, bud, while we're kind of waiting on everybody else, and everything. Kind of talk about tonight opening race. Could it be first race jitters? There he is. Okay. You're in the broadcast booth. Yeah, Michael. All right, Michael. Well, I'll go ahead and start with you, and then I'll kind of interview Josh here. But man, coming away with the win, first race. We've got a long way to go. First race though, man, and there was some hiccups out there here tonight. But man, talk about it. The ups, downs, struggles, the mayhem out there on the track here. Throughout the 100 laps. Well, 100 plus laps, I should say. We got to hear from you, bud. And here, okay. Now try it.
Yeah, it was a chaotic race.
Okay, there we go.
Is that working now?
Should be.
It works now. You're good.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no, it was just a chaotic race.
Just a chaotic race. Well, still, we got a long season to go, bud. So, yeah, what are you looking forward to? Of course, are you racing Saturday for the Daytona 500?
I am not racing Saturday. Thursday nights are a better night for me to be able to get on the iRacing or join a league. Happened to see Josh advertise this on Facebook, and like I said, this is Daytona with unlimited fast repairs. It's going to get chaotic, but luckily with good teammates, we were able to make it through, come out on top.
All right. Well, we hope to see you next week, bud, for round number 2 here, man. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate your victory out here tonight?
Yeah, just KF lift system, JK lift
system,
J&K lift services for sponsoring this. Josh White here for putting this on. All the teammates, Raymond for pushing me at the end. My family for letting me come down. I race and take up a whole evening here, but hey, came out on top in the first race, so that was fun. Took a little while to get there, but we'll try again next week.
All right, definitely.
JWR did it. Round 1. Congratulations, bud.
Yes, thanks, Josh. Appreciate it. Good teammate.
All righty, Michael, go celebrate your win out here tonight, buddy. We'll see you next week.
I'm going to go pop a bottle. Let's do it.
All righty, buddy. All right. Well, that'll bring us to our second place finisher here tonight, Mr. Raymond Hanneman here this evening. Handyman. Well, man, one spot short, but awesome job out there here tonight, buddy. It was an up and down race, man. Kind of talk about it with, first race of the season.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, feel like some of the trucks out there was just kind of hard to predict where you wanted to go. It was near the start of the race. It was very trying to learn everybody. Brand new first race is trying to just learn everybody track and see how everyone's doing and whatnot. But honestly, I feel bad for Tasha Bodeway more than anything. I wish my girlfriend was able to get to the top 5 there, but unfortunately no. So she got wrecked out there in the last lap. But I mean, hey, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens next week for her.
Wait a second. Now I'm really confused.
Tasha is his girlfriend.
Okay, no favorites. Gotta send
I'm
her.
not playing favorites.
Gotta send her into the wall. No, I'm just playing. All righty, Raven. Well, awesome job out here tonight, buddy. Of course, you know, hey, P2, not bad. You led 14 laps, so you know, we've got a long season ahead of us, man. Awesome job. Do you have any, you know, final thoughts, shout outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate, bud?
Yeah, I gotta thank you guys, you in the booth tonight. I gotta thank partners league. They've done an amazing job. I gotta thank Nick for giving me the truck tonight. I tried to bring the Busch Light Chevrolet Silverado. Sorry, wow, I said Ford. I meant Chevy Silverado. Sorry, it's been a while since I've driven a Chevy. Into victory lane though. This '83 truck had something special, and would have been nice if Nick was here tonight, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it. I gotta thank Red Bull, Toronto Racing, Triple Stint, iStats, everybody that helps me on the back end. I gotta thank Tash. Again, sucks she's not able to get a P3 interview tonight, but I mean, it is what it is, and again next week and see how it goes.
I was actually going for the win, to be honest with you. You know. All righty, buddy. We'll go celebrate, and we'll see you next week. We're gonna see you Saturday.
For sure Saturday, yeah.
All right, we'll see you Saturday for the Daytona 500, buddy.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Yep. All right, well, that'll bring us to our third place finisher here tonight, Waylon Nelson. They're in that third.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
Hey, I did that here tonight, so, you know, that was pretty cool. But, hey, man, you led 5 laps, started 18th, and managed to survive and grab a podium in third here, buddy. Awesome job, man. Talk about your racing overall and, you know, what you had to do out there here tonight.
I mean, the racing overall is definitely hectic. Definitely had to drive the wheels off of it. Tried to keep out of the trouble and everything. And I mean, it's just a battle from the start of the race all the way till the end. And just right there at the end, just didn't have enough for those 2 guys in front of me. Tried to make a run and just didn't have enough for them.
Well, I know tires wasn't a problem, and I would assume fuel wasn't either, and y'all had fast repairs. But, you know, with any type of damage out there here tonight, you know, if you didn't want to come down pit road, did it affect y'all, you know, you or anybody, any at all? Could you feel the damage?
I mean, when you're in the draft, you really couldn't. The only time you could really feel it is when you got out in front, and you could definitely tell that it was slowing you and the guys behind you down. So that's why there at the end, I just decided to stick with those guys and stay behind them and just try to push them. And if I had enough to get out to the front, I'd have enough. But if not, I was just going to push those guys to the win.
All right. Well, awesome job out here tonight, but third place, good points now for you. Of course, 5 laps led as well. You going to be racing Saturday?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, the Daytona 500, buddy, that's going to be that's going to be a long race for everybody. Yeah, you know. So, you know, good luck Saturday. We'll be here, of course, calling the action. Of course, get ready for next week for round number 2 of the J&K Lift Service, you know, season. So, awesome job. Any final thoughts, shout outs, thanks you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Patrick McPeak, AF1 Racing. He started this team just a couple weeks ago and has put together a great program. He's doing an amazing job putting these trucks together and helping us keep us out front, man.
All righty, bud. We'll go celebrate your third. We will see you Saturday.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
See you, bud. All right. Well, fourth place here tonight is John Schuenbachler. I probably butchered his name, but if I did or didn't, awesome job to the number 33 there on fourth. Of course, like I said, we're being joined up here by Josh White here tonight. Josh, you led 45 laps. Of course, you know, that most important lap, man, you were right there Man, talk about it. I mean, it was quite the show out there here tonight, buddy. We got to hear from you.
Oh yeah, man. So it was a hectic race for sure. I mean, what really screwed me was I was up front there last time I was leading, and
Mhm.
I got hit real hard by the truck behind me. And I just got hit wrong, and I went on around, and so that put me behind big time. I tried working up to the front, then I got clipped by Stephen Hayes, and that put me back at square one. So it's just like this ongoing thing, and there at the end, man, I was really trying, and then all of a sudden, a couple people spun out, right beside me, and I was like, oh man, I hope I don't get involved in this, and I was just trying to avoid them. Avoided them, but I expected the caution to go out. You didn't really, wasn't really thinking it was green white checkered. It's been a long night.
Yeah.
So I slowed up a little bit, and when I realized that everybody wasn't slowing up and I was the only one, because I was thinking a caution was coming out. That is what screwed up a lot of my momentum. But I'm really glad I was able to pull a top five, man. I mean, Tanner, he was giving me a run for my money. We was trading paint there at the line.
Well, it's just round one. I mean, you got a long season to go here. A lot of new drivers. I know some of these drivers. I don't think y'all have raced around, so y'all don't know really how everybody races. And
No, and that's what I was telling a lot of these guys. We're gonna have a couple races where we're gonna have a lot of cautions. Really. I mean, Josh White Racing Esports has been around for a while. I mean, we haven't really been a league for a while either. So this is really just a new league. I mean, everybody here is new. Nobody really knows each other outside of just being friends, and
Yeah.
we've had a little bit of track time together, but we really haven't had no long races like tonight. So it's definitely going to take some getting used to, and it's a process. We'll all get in our groove, and I'm sure along the season some new people will join us. At least I hope. But man, it's a fun time. Everybody's great here. I'm glad to have them.
No, we had to get rid of a few trolls in chat. I'll go ahead and let you know now before you go back and see the chat. But we'll, go ahead and lay that out right now. And for everybody that's out there tuning in still yet here tonight, we will not have any hate. I don't care if you're from this league or you're not from this league. I won't have it. And I hope, that does not upset y'all any at all, Josh. I won't have anybody hating on me, hating on you, or the league in general. I won't have
Yeah.
it. I won't have it.
Well, that's where I stand. This league is supposed to be a really welcoming place. We have a welcoming atmosphere. You know, um, Drama and hate and trolling, we do not tolerate it all whatsoever in this league. We're all here to have a fun time, and at the end of the day, if it's not fun, it's not worth doing anymore. That's why we're here.
Oh yeah, definitely so. Well, the Daytona 500, man, Saturday, the big race, the bragging rights points race. I mean, that is, you think 100 laps is long, man. 200 laps. Oh my gosh, man, that's gonna be insane, man. Kind of talk about that real quick because we're gonna have a good turnout for that one.
Oh yeah, we really are. I'm expecting big things from this league, and I'm expecting big things for the Daytona 500. It's going to be a doozy, man, but it's going to be fun. I'm excited for it. I'm ready for it. I might not have pulled off the win tonight, but you're definitely going to see me up front Saturday. I guarantee it.
All right. Well, you heard it here tonight, folks. Josh White is going to bring it home Saturday for the win. We'll see exactly if that happens, but he's very confident, and that's confidence, man. Having the confidence to go into that because it's rough. You're doing 195, 200 miles an hour for 200 laps or better. It's not easy.
No, it's not easy at all. It takes a lot of endurance and a lot of mental concentration, right? I mean, you got to think you're doing this one thing that is extremely mentally and kind of physically demanding, to be honest. You're just sitting here doing it for a while. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
just a small little race. So 100%.
Well, I know right now, I know I wouldn't be able to pull it off because you know as well as I do, Josh, you got back with me. You got with me, what was it, March? Something like that.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit
Yeah.
after I had my heart attack and my surgery. And, you know, I wasn't even able to, I barely was able to stand at that point. So, I know I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm still healing from that. But, you guys, man, I give y'all credit. I mean, you guys are willing and dealing out there here tonight. And y'all made me jealous. So, but y'all just go out there and have a good time. Of course, awesome job out here tonight. Good points, 9th and 5th, man. Long season. I mean, this is just one race. So we've got 20-something more to go.
It's gonna be a long season, and I'm looking forward to it, and so is everybody else.
Yep.
It's gonna be so much fun. I had a blast out there.
Yeah, it was definitely a blast to call it. Josh, I know you probably got a few final thoughts, shout-outs, things you want to give before you go celebrate 5th and get ready for Saturday, buddy. So, I'll turn the mic over to you here, man.
Yeah, buddy. So, I'd like to thank you for broadcasting. I know it's not easy doing what you do, and I wouldn't even attempt to do it because man, no way. So
No
props
way.
to you. But J and K Lift Services is sponsoring this series. I'd really like to thank them, and they're also sponsoring my real race car in the Arkham Menard series at Bristol. I'd like to thank my other sponsors as well that supports me for my real racing, and that's Wilson Arms, Freedom Financial Strategies. We've got Dex Finger Light, Eagle Rising Foundation. We've got 23rd Veteran, the Not Alone Society. We've got the Marine Corps League, and we got MA22. We got West Virginia Eye Consultants, Second Chance Hunt, Swift's Garage. I'm probably missing a couple. I apologize, but it's a long list. I'm glad to have them, man. It's so great to have this support. I'm so grateful, and going forward this season in the league and in real life, it's really a blessing.
I'll go back and watch the broadcast. There's a surprise for you out there, buddy. It was around lap 20 or 30, somewhere around in there that I did it. So, but, we'll see you Saturday. I'm not going to tell you what it is. So, we'll see you Saturday. And, get ready for the Daytona 500, buddy. Awesome job out there here tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yep, thank you, bud. Well, all right. Well, that is the top 5 minus John, but he did finish in 4th. So, awesome job on that 4th spot for John Schuenbachler there. We're going to get up here to the unofficial results, of course, pending any admin stuff they have to do here tonight. Remember, this is unofficial. They'll do all their points and stuff here at a later time, probably tonight after the race. So here we go. Michael Bennett grabbing the win out here tonight. Awesome job. Awesome job to Michael there for grabbing the first win of the season here for the Truck Series. Raymond Hanneman there in 2nd. Waylon Nelson 3rd. John Schuenbachler 4th. Josh White, who we just talked to there in 5th. Tanner Sighton in 6th. Eric Sheffield coming back after the hiccups there at the beginning of the race and everything. Got disconnected and had to start, I think it was a lap down or something like that. He got caught up in a mess out there too, but good comeback. Good solid finish for Eric there in 7th. Alex Ball in 8th. Michael Brooks 9th and Caleb Hess 10th. Stephen Hayes in 11th. Natasha in 12th. I was actually kind of rooting on her here tonight. I was wanting her to grab the win. But hey, top 15, got 12th. Long race, long season to go. So anything can happen. We'll probably end up seeing her in a victory lane here before too long. Josh Ryder in 13th. Brendan Carroll 14th. Tony Blake Brewer in 15th. Raymond Bell in 16th. The first one not finish the race. Josh Mayu 17th, Douglas S. in 18th, Stoney Benefield 19th, and Brock Whiteman in 20th. And Gordon Spain will round it out here in 21st. But again, our winner here tonight, Michael Bennett, for round 1 of the JNK Lift Service here tonight. Of course, JNK Lift Service established in 2024. He knows how to fix it, from forklifts to elevators to any of the hydraulic style systems, and including automobiles. They will get you back up and running in no time. Call them at 678-381-6521 for more information. But this weekend, folks, the Daytona 500 for the Josh White Racing Esports. Esports Victor X, a Financial Cup Series. More on them here later on. But until next time, folks, stay safe. Thank you all, and have a good night.
Artlist.io